Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we are entering the world of social skills, and I'm going to be talking about the dangers of listening too much. The Cobra effect is when we are operating with the right intention, but unfortunately, it leads to perverse results. And one example of the Cobra effect in the social skills world is when we're listening, right? We're putting in so much effort listening to the other person. We're listening even more. An hour passes by, we're listening even more. And then we're thinking, what the heck? This person is making me listen so much. This person is not asking me any questions about me. And when you try to now speak, right? Because you've been listening this whole time, the other person is not listening to you. They're not giving any form of enthusiasm. Instead, they're like, Right after you're making profound points, talking about your life, they're like, And by the time you ask them a question, they're like, my turn again? And they begin talking more. So this is a situation where you, the listener, you are operating with the right intent to listen to the other person, but it led to a perverse result where the other person began rambling and lost enthusiasm when they weren't rambling. One thing that we need to understand is that whenever human beings are speaking about themselves, it creates the same pleasure hormones as them having sex. It's identical. So imagine this. Imagine that you're allowing this other person to talk about themselves for a very long time. They're having these mental orgasms here. And then suddenly, you just snatch it away. That is why they're losing enthusiasm. It's because you're priming them for bad behavior. Now, this is a very difficult position to be in because most social skills experts will tell you that listening is a good thing. And I agree with that. Listening is a good thing. Scratch that. A great thing. But listening too much is a bad thing. And the thing with social skills is that every now and then, you gotta be assertive. You gotta put yourself in the interaction, especially when someone is showcasing signs of bad behavior. I have this really good friend. I'm gonna call him Sam. Sam is heavily introverted. So he doesn't have the most social skills. And to make matters worse, his boss allows him to work from home. I know Sam's lifestyle. I know the main reason he used to leave his house was because he had to go outside for the job. But since he doesn't have to go to his job anymore, he could work from home. I know that this guy is not getting any semblance of social interactions at all. So I'm chilling with Sam one day, and I'm over here listening to him for a while. I'm paying attention. He's giving a lot of big life updates. I'm still paying attention. And the second that I contribute a story about himself, he suddenly just makes the story about him. And then I'll contribute another story about myself. Yeah, I'm going to Philly. I haven't been there in a long time. Oh, I always wanted to go to Philly. And he tries to take the spotlight again. And he keeps repeating this process of trying to take the spotlight so he could ramble more. And that's when I have to be assertive. I need to insert myself in the interaction where when he's about to go off in the spiel, it's not right, but sometimes I'll cut him off and take the spotlight back. Whenever he's about to tell a long-winded story, this time I channel a little bit of Sam and bring the story about me. This is a very rare move that I would recommend, especially when someone is getting too carried away, right? And the thing with Sam is that he sort of needed that wake-up call because that's when he started to realize, oh, wait a minute, I am making Armani listen too much and whoa, I was rambling. The thing is, whenever people are lonely, by the way, their chances of rambling skyrockets, okay? So I was thinking that he was lonely, so it was tough love on my end, where I wasn't going to be listening too much because this is encouraging bad behavior. It's the Cobra effect. So every now and then, whenever someone is talking too much, Don't be like, okay, well, if I listen more, then I'm going to resolve this. Gotta be assertive. Gotta stick yourself in the interaction and forcefully make yourself known. By doing that, the other person is like, oh, wait, yeah, let me ask you about you some more. And then the pleasure hormones are now not only for them rambling, but they feel pleasure hormones because they get a chance to exercise their listening skills as well. Do not listen too much. Listening is great, but listening too much is a bad thing, and it will make you passive in the social interaction. If you enjoyed today's talk and you want to learn more about social skills, be sure to check out my book, The Charisma King. Within this book, you will learn much more about being assertive, active listening, passive listening, how to carry the conversation, plus many more other topics. Check out The Charisma King in the link in the description box, the pinned comment, or go on ArmaniTalks.com and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you next time.